Welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I am Connor Williams and we're back with another one of our 24/7 news report videos. As always, we start with our headline news, and the headline news is that Tottenham are putting in a bid together to try and sign both Richarlison and Anthony Gordon. This has come from Alan Myers of Alan Myers Media on Twitter. This one sort of shocked me today. Richarlison, I think we know that Tottenham are in talks with him, and they have been for a while. There are rumours of a swap deal for Tottenham players. Obviously, Lucas Moura's name's been thrown about, Harry Winks. Didn't expect the Anthony Gordon shout to come, don't get me wrong. He's had a great season. He's got a lot of potential. You can see that. I had the feeling that this would come at some point, obviously, because he's a young lad. But I would have thought teams would have held off maybe till next season. Sort of see how well he develops with us currently, but Tottenham look like they might want to do a swoop for him. I think if we don't have to, don't sell Gordon. He's a young lad with a lot of potential. Richarlison's a great player, but he's 24, and I don't think we should sell him either, but we're going to have to because he wants to move. Unless Anthony Gordon really wants to, with him being a local lad, though, I hope he wants to stay. I would tell Tottenham, no, one's enough, don't take the mick. Moving on, we've also got more Tottenham news, and Tottenham have held talks with Richarlison's agents. The relationship between Everton and Tottenham is strong after the Dele Alli deal. That's come from Fabrizio Romano. We also have that Richarlison would be open to a move to Tottenham this summer. Talks for Harry Winks are slow at the moment. Whether his deal is involved in this or is a separate deal is something else. That again came from Fabrizio Romano. There are some more Harry Winks, one that I'll get onto in a minute. Richarlison, I think it's obvious he wants to go. I'm not surprised. He had new agents in the summer. I think he's give everything he wants to give to us. And to be fair, he's one of the few players that can hold their head high after this season. I hope Harry Winks isn't involved. I'd rather have the money, and then if we want a loan deal for Winks, we get a loan deal. I don't want him to take part of the Richarlison money because that money needs to be taken into investing a replacement for Richarlison, as well as a couple of other positions. But let's not use him as a paperweight for Harry Winks. That seems like a really silly idea. I personally think Harry Winks on loan is the only acceptable condition, which leads me on to Sky Sports News said Everton want to sign midfielder Harry Winks on a loan deal with a permanent obligation to buy. Negotiations between the two are still ongoing. This doesn't surprise me. That's the sensible thing. I don't think Tottenham are keen on that, though, because they're thinking probably an obligation to buy. What happens with well, I mean, if they're obligated to buy, we're going to have to buy. Maybe it's just maybe we just don't want to spend the money. And Tottenham want the money. I would have made it mandatory to buy, basically a condition where you can, if you want to. You can buy him if you want. Personally, I don't really rate Harry Winks, and I think a season on loan before we buy him would have been a good idea, to see if we actually want him. Otherwise, we could have a season on. The worst thing in the world is getting him on a season-long loan, going, oh my gosh, what is this? And then going, oh, to make things even better, lads, we're getting him at the end of the season, no doubt. Hopefully I'm wrong about him, but I think a loan, to be fair, I think a loan this season, while money supposedly ties a clever idea from the club, regardless of what I think of the player, it's a clever idea. It means money can be invested in other ways. We also have the news Christian Eriksen is considering a contract from Everton. He's also had offers from Newcastle and Leicester City. That's come from the Times. He'd be a fantastic player, very much like James Rodriguez. He just has that quality that we don't have that type of playmaker in our squad, a set-piece specialist as well, which we're massively missing. We massively missed a set-piece specialist for corners and free kicks last season. He'd just be a fantastic buy. I know he's getting on a bit, and that goes against a lot of what I say. But on a 2-year deal, his quality proved for Brentford last season. He still has a lot of quality to give. He walks into our team at the minute. We really are missing that type of player. Good at set pieces, good at breaking defences with an open ball. Yeah, we really do need that type of player in the squad at the minute. And I think that's evident in some of our attack last season. We also have the news coming from Matt Law of the Daily Telegraph that Everton are interested in Chelsea players Billy Gilmore and Conor Gallagher. I'm not going to lie, Billy Gilmore hasn't impressed me since. He's gone to Norwich, and I've not really pulled up trees there. Conor Gallagher, I really do like the look of. I'm surprised Chelsea, if Chelsea let Gallagher go, I think they'll probably let Gilmore go, cut their losses a little bit, potentially. And like, no, Lampard likes him. Gallagher, on the other hand, has just come off a bit of a hotter season. There's rumours Tuchel wants him in his side. And what the owner's doing, he's sort of going a bit mad at the minute. They're linked with signing Ronaldo. So maybe, regardless of what Tuchel wants, maybe he's going, no, let's get rid of him. I want the superstars. He seems to, the new owner seems to want to build a bit of a Galactico sort of situation at Chelsea. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they get. But if we could get Conor Gallagher off it, I think that'd be brilliant. I still think we need a defensive midfielder, like a 6. But Gallagher, again, a lot more dynamic than a lot of our midfielders at the minute. I'd rather have, Alan Decore and a 6 with Gallagher and Winks being able to switch in and out of that than, Andre Gomez. And as much, he's higher quality than Andre Gomez, Fabian Delph and Shabamin. Everton defender Gerard Branthwaite will leave the club on loan next season for more first-team experience. Schalke, PSV, Sunderland, Sheffield United and Middlesbrough are all rumoured to be interested. That's come from the Mail Sport. This is well needed. I think this lad needs a really good loan spell. He's got good quality. He's a big lad, still very young in his career. And I think what holds him back is his inexperience. He had a bit of a poor loan spell at Blackburn. We need to make sure we get the right club for him. Sometimes I think we struggle to pick the right club for these players. When you think Anthony Gordon went to Preston and didn't really get a chance to show. Schalke wouldn't be an awful one. John Joe Kenny went to Schalke and that's probably one of his best spells in his career. It'd be nice to see him maybe at Middlesbrough in the Championship, but it needs to be a team where he's going to get games. We can't send him to a team where he's going to be sitting on the bench. He needs as many games as he can. So maybe Sunderland. Broadhead got a lot of games for them last season. They really like him and now they want to supposedly make that permanent. So maybe Sunderland's the right club for him if he's going to get game time. Finally, we have the PSG midfielder Jorginho Wijnaldum will be allowed to leave this summer. Everton, Leicester, West Ham and Wolves all hold interest in the Dutch 31-year-old. This has come from 90-Min Football. That lasted long for him, didn't it? When he left Liverpool. I'm sure Liverpool fans are absolutely raveling in the fact that that's gone really well for him. We did run a poll on the Toffee Blues saying, would you take Jorginho Wijnaldum at Everton? 45% said yes, 55% said no, 3,377 of you had voted in it. I personally don't know. I think he's going to be a lot of wages. He's not had a very good season at PSG. If he's still the player he was when he was playing for Liverpool, maybe he was a bit more dynamic. But again, he seems very much in the mould of a Gallagher. He's not a 6, is he? I'd say he's more of a box-to-box. Then you could argue, isn't that sort of the same position Gallagher might be looking to play in, Decore might be looking to be played in. You could even try and put, Harry Winks there. It really is. I think it's a position of a type of midfielder that we already seem to have a lot sorted. So I don't know. I personally would prefer to get Gallagher, but I guess it's one of them, isn't it? We'd all prefer. I prefer prime Ronaldo and Lionel Messi up front, but it's not going to happen. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But that is all we've got time for. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below on any of your thoughts on what I've spoke about today. We do take Gini Wijnaldum at Everton, even with his red links. I think we're back. I think we're past that after last season's managerial appointment, though. What do you think about Anthony Gordon going potentially? Gallagher, Gilmore. If you had to pick one, gun to the head, who'd you pick? Let me know all that good stuff down below. I look forward to reading it, and I'll see you guys very soon.